4727 West Montrose in the Irving Park neighborhood. I got into brewing at a fairly young age, just a love of beer, preferably German style beers, because my dad used to travel a lot to Germany for business, and I would tag along on some of those trips and really enjoyed trying the different beers. From that love of all those different beers I had, I decided to try making some, so I bought a home brewer's kit and made a few batches, and they seemed good at the time. They probably weren't, but I just enjoyed making it. It was kind of like cooking and creating something, and that's where the love started. Lake Effect Brewery is a very small brewery where the brewers here have a lot of freedom to do a lot of different styles. We'll take a style and do a unique twist upon them, and that's been part of our identity here in Chicago. Not only will you get a really well-made beer, but you'll have something interesting and slightly, different at times. One of the things we do a lot of are wood and barrel-aged beers. That's become our probably our most famous types of beers, and so we use a lot of different barrel types from the spirit industry, from the wine industry, and we'll age our beers in those spirit barrels, and they'll give them a unique flavor. So probably about 30% of all the beers we make are of this barrel age aspect. It's probably more than most other breweries, at least on a per barrel basis. But yeah, that's the beers we make. They take a long time to make. They have to age, so we have a lot of patience. But we're always doing something new and clever and fun, and the people that follow our beers, they appreciate that from us. Northwest Side was, at the time, was a relatively untapped market. Chicago's a big city, and even though we're on the edge of the city, there's still a huge market of customers that are located close by, and so we also focused our attention around the rail lines, right off the Blue Line, right off the Metro. We are moving in the future, and we're just moving one Blue Line stop up. So that is key to tracking customers. It's easy to get here, and then the rents are still fairly affordable, and so mix all that together, you can have a profitable business in this environment, in this location. It's a milk stout. It's not barrel aged. This one. This is it's a fairly typical milk stout, but we make it really good, and it's roasty. It's creamy. It has kind of like a coffee-like flavor. It's good for this colder weather. So that's why we picked it. It's kind of chocolatey as well, given that we're not too far off of Valentine's Day. It's pretty quenchable. I mean, it's definitely going to go with anything like fried. I think like fish and chips with the stout is really a nice combo. It also, because it's roasty and a little bit sweet and chocolatey, it could probably pair well with a dessert as well. But those are just two things. I mean, actually, it pairs with a lot of things. I mean, various meat dishes, like definitely like like possibly red meats. But yeah, I would say like dessert and some fried options. We're a production brewery, so we don't have a pub here. We actually are working on one for next year, and that's the plans are coming along. But for now, we sell our beers to other stores, so like the Benny's and Whole Foods and places like that. But we also have a shop here, and you can come in, you can buy 6-packs or kegs of beer, and we also deliver to people's houses, so you can always order online and we'll bring the beer to you. And we have a radius that covers most of Albany Park and the northwest side. Well, it's I think the biggest hurdle is the uncertainty of what's going to happen next, and people are we going to be able to get to our customers? Is everybody going to run out of money? All different kinds of things, and I think we relied on partnering with other local businesses to try and put together packages where we were kind of always helping each other out. And I know the catchword is pivot. There's been at least a dozen different types of pivots on how we run our business and how we get our product out to people. I will say everyone has become, including ourselves, have become very e-commerce savvy. We all sell our products now online, and we have the infrastructure to get the product, to get the beer to the customer, to their houses, and that's been probably the most important part. It's the customers are there. It's just how do you get to the customers, and so that's, if you can figure that out, then you can keep going. But a lot of businesses rely totally on brick and mortar, people coming in, but and we do to a certain extent, but we've been able to flip that model, and we're really built now to come out and deliver out to people. That's been the main thing we've done. We have styles for most drinkers. We have, it just depends on what someone likes as a beer, and so we have lighter styles that people they're thirsty and they just want something quenchable and sessionable. We also have stronger beers for people that are looking for more depth of flavor, and that will want to sit with something and enjoy it in sips and contemplating this. So we go that route as well. But it's going to have a broad spectrum. And then we have beers that have a lot of hops in them, and that's another area of the market that people really enjoy. But our specialties are the barrel-aged beers, and those are more they're more sippers, they're more contemplative. Drinking those beers are more closer akin to maybe enjoying a whiskey or a rum or something like that, because we are imparting a lot of wood flavors on relatively strong beers that are over 10%. And yeah, if you're looking for something really flavorful to sit with, we've got you covered there too. We have a brew pub in planning right now, and so we just hope that COVID is over before we open up. I mean, that's the main thing. It's been a very long process, which might be a blessing in disguise because of all that's happened. If we had moved real fast and opened up, we wouldn't be able to serve customers. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just being able to have events. We have bus tours that used to come. That was a big part of our income. It's really just being around the people in the industry and our customers that we want to get back to. We're on all the social media platforms. The website has most information. You can always call us. Yeah, lakeeffectbrewing.com.